But thank you guys for joining. All right, my camera is in the right spot. All right. I got my Nas playing in the background. Hey, Hottie. Thank you. How are you guys doing today? If this is your first time joining me, this is the Traphouse with A.V. I am A.V. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I have my friend here, tired as hell. Eek. Get some rest, but after the show. Yeah, get some rest after the show, boo. Share, because today we're going really DIY tutorial style. I am going to Guatemala in a couple of weeks. I am going by accident because it was supposed to be me and my mother, and things happen. So I'm going by myself, and they speak Spanish in Guatemala. And I don't know Spanish. I am from the Bronx, but I know how to make coquito. That's about it. That's where my Spanish starts and ends. And I have my friend here who's a self-taught Spanish teacher. Like, he didn't know Spanish, and now he knows Spanish, and he teaches Spanish. And he's going to show me some things. And we're going to talk about how he got started, and it's going to be awesome. So I want to introduce to you guys my good friend, Mr. Shaun C. Skeet.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome. Are you? Okay,
Thank
make
you.
sure you are.
Am I in view?
You are in view.
Yes.
Yes. Tell everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, welcome to the Trap House.
Thank you. It feels good to be here. Infamous
Yes.
Trap House.
The infamous Trap House. Did you check in on Facebook?
I did.
Did you? I mean, you reposted, but did you check in? You have to check in when you come to the Trap House.
Didn't check in, guys.
Well, you have to. Well, it's no time. Not like the present, because you can't do it now, but after. Make sure let everybody know that you. Hola, papi.
Wow.
Yeah, Wepa. No, I didn't say that. Someone say that.
Who said that?
They're gonna be here.
Okay, I see them now. How you guys doing?
Yeah, and the camera is there. But
Hola,
yeah.
mi gente, ¿cómo está?
See, you getting started already.
Hey,
I wasn't ready. I know.
We're here for a Spanish lesson. What do you mean?
Okay, so you are self-taught.
Self-taught.
Now, how does one teach themselves Spanish?
Basically, one has to get the right programs. It's a combination of audio programs, a combination of the right books, and just putting the time in. You know, at least 15 minutes a day. I didn't put in 3 hours all the time, but I think that putting in 15 minutes a day is better than putting in an hour every 2 weeks.
Yes, please tap the screen and share.
Hey, what's going on? Wonder Woman, what's going on?
Yeah. We got to get her on the Trap House couch very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. She's awesome.
All right.
So when did you start your Spanish learning journey?
Okay. I mean, I love Spanish my whole life, probably since I was about 6 years old, 7 years old. We had a little bit in school and even in high school. You know, most of us who grew up in America have some type of Spanish in high school. But I got serious when I was 24, turning 25. At my job, I noticed that a lot of people that were getting hired were bilingual. A lot of business deals that were going on, I was excluded from because people would come in and they only could speak Spanish sometimes. So I was like, I think I got to get serious about this. So what's that say? Hey, what's going on?
They're asking if you're going to be doing some Spanish lessons on Periscope. We'll get to that in a minute.
We will get to that in a second.
But we're going to find out how he got started.
So I went on the internet. I found a program. You know, everybody has something different that they love. But for me, it was learning Spanish like crazy. I also got Pimsleur. And I bought a couple of good books. Okay. You know, one that I could definitely recommend off the head right now is Practice Makes Perfect, Spanish Verb Tenses. And also Spanish pronouns and prepositions. That's one of the books that definitely helped me in my first year.
That's the name of the book?
That's the name of the book.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Now, your quest to teach yourself Spanish had led you to some traveling.
It sure did.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, in my quest to learn Spanish, let's say for about 9 months, I was, self-teaching, studying on my own. I was also volunteering after work. On my 4th month to about the 9th month of my study, I was teaching ESL about 3 times a week. So that's one thing that you can look into. They weren't paying me, but I was getting paid in Spanish conversation. So travel-wise, I took a trip to the Dominican Republic. I went for about 10 days. I didn't know much Spanish in those days. I think that was in my first 3 months that I went. But I learned so much on the ground right there living that I was like, you know what? Let me put myself in the situation 24/7. Packed up my bags.
And you said, I'm out of here.
Yeah. After like 10 months of study, I was like, I'm out. I did like Coming to America. I just picked a spot on that map. I had never been to that town, packed my bags and showed up.
You know what happened in Coming to America, right? He went there to find his queen to be. Did you go to find a reina? La reina? Is that how you say it in Spanish?
It is la reina.
La reina.
I didn't go to find my mi reina, but I went to basically, you know, refine my Spanish, have a great experience. My family's Trinidadian, as you know, so I wanted to live in the islands for a while. So it was kind of a way to do both.
So no mi reina. No mi reina?
No.
He lied. I don't believe him. He lied.
Es una mentira.
See, what are you talking about?
Huh?
See, you can't start speaking Spanish. You
Okay,
know
all right. Listen, but you got a couple of weeks. What is it, like 3 weeks?
Yeah, and that's what we're here for. Where he's gonna, she got to
get on it.
Teach me a little bit of Spanish, and teach you guys a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah.
And if you guys have any Spanish questions, get a little bit more conversational in your travels. I don't believe you, Hector. They don't really believe you, Hector.
Hector.
Wow. They don't believe you.
Okay, the questions are here.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the questions here. Yeah.
All right, good.
So, yeah, they don't believe you. They definitely. Right. You might not have found your queen there, but you know.
I mean, listen.
I don't know. I don't have the answers.
You know, look.
I don't have the answers.
Look, I didn't say I wasn't dating or anything down there, but I definitely didn't come back with my queen. I came back single. So.
Oh, bendito. Bendito. That's so sad.
Broke my heart.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So,
yes.
What are some of your lessons?
One of the
what should I say first to people in Guatemala?
One of the main things that I did in my first year was get used to having flashcards. You know, I don't know if they can see this right here. This is like querer. You know, you can see to want. So you better get into a good habit of writing flashcards.
So flashcards are the key to learning languages.
Flashcards are one of the definite keys that I use. You know, I study like 5 different languages right now, and these things puts it in fast forward. Seriously.
He knows Braille.
Yeah,
no, I mean he doesn't know Braille. I just made that up, but it would be dope. Like Braille is probably next.
I kind of speak Braille. Why are you taking it down?
You can speak Braille. People can speak Braille.
Yeah,
how does one speak? Is it like? But no, it wasn't like Morse code because Braille is people who are blind, right?
No, listen. When I meet people, I just tap on their arms and that's what they know.
And then that's the Braille.
Yeah, that's the Braille.
Sounds like you need lotion. If you can speak Braille with your fingers, your hands are like hard.
Yeah.
Like it's really like ashy.
But to answer your question, to actually answer it, one of the first words that you want to learn in any language is probably I want and then I need. I mean, with those 2 things, you can get almost anything done. You know, you just walk around. So as far as Spanish, I need.
Hey guys.
Necesito.
So that's I want. No, that's I need.
That's I need. Necesito.
Necesito.
Yeah, and you can remember it because it sounds like necessary.
Yeah.
You see the relation to Latin there. Necesito.
Necesito.
Right. And then you have quiero.
Quiero, like Taco Bell.
Yes. Once you have these words, you can add on anything to it, especially with Latin-based languages. So let's say you walk into a bar or a restaurant, you know, you need something to eat. I need to eat. You know, necesito comer. This is where the flashcards come back in. Can they see it? I don't know if they can see it.
They can see it. They can see it. ¿Qué lo que?
¿Qué lo que? ¿Qué lo que? What quién? Hey, Leon, what's up, brother? How you doing out there? Look at that. So you know, necesito comer algo, necesito beber una cerveza. That's the most important thing.
So what does that mean?
I learned that in every language. Yeah, I need a beer.
Okay.
I need a beer. I
don't drink beer though.
You don't drink beer? What do you drink? You drink, but you're Jamaican, so
I mean like rum.
You drink rum.
Yeah. Okay. And all countries don't have rain, nephew. But
no.
I'll drink.
Listen, any country you go to, you find rum though. Trust me. Even in Dubai.
Not in Ramadan though. Yeah, that's like bootleg. You have to go to like the bootleggers. Don't go to the bootleggers in Dubai. Like that sounds like jail time. Right. You don't want to do that. Right. Avoid that.
But just to get back to focus, I mean, get yourself a verb list. Once you have your verbs and you have your starter words like yo necesito, you know, yo quiero, Focus on that. You know, when I jump into a language, I don't try to learn we, they, all of that stuff. It's just about
me.
It's an A and B conversation.
Because I need to survive while I'm out there.
Right. And then after that, I learn about you, you know. So it's after yo necesito, it's usted necesita or tú necesitas. You know, it's a back and forth. That's what it is.
How does someone say, because this is an important question for the travelers, right? Is there Wi-Fi? How do I say that in Spanish?
I Wi-Fi.
I Wi-Fi?
I Wi-Fi. The simplest way that you can achieve that.
That sounds great.
That's it.
Yeah. I
don't
know people talking about that. They have their own conversation.
Yeah. Look at that.
I Wi-Fi.
I Wi-Fi. I Wi-Fi aquí.
Okay. So, I. Like.
Is there. I. Wi-Fi. Is there Wi-Fi?
And Iki is here.
Aquí is here.
Okay. So, is there Wi-Fi here? So, I Wi-Fi aquí.
And if I really need it, necesito Wi-Fi.
Necesito Wi-Fi. Or
ahora.
Now.
Ahora mismo.
I remember that
ahora
from high
mismo.
school. Yeah. So, when you were learning how to speak Spanish, what were some of your learning curves? Like, what were the greatest challenges or difficulties in learning another language?
I'd say one of the biggest things was learning to laugh at myself. You know, I think as adults, we automatically jump into another language and we want to speak at the same level of complexity that we have in our mother tongue, you know, and just that feeling of speaking like a baby or you say something wrong. Like I remember my first trip out there, like I said, I took 10 days out and somebody wanted me to speak and I tried to say I was embarrassed and I didn't know that the word was, you know, avergonzado at the time. So I said the word that means pregnant, which sounds like embarrassed. It's embarazada. I said, yo estoy embarazado. The whole room started laughing. Listen,
you said you were pregnant.
I said I was pregnant. They started. They said like congratulations. They were clapping, things like that. They were yucking it up at my expense. So I think one of the first things you have to get over is, you know, having that fear of making a mistake. And once I jumped into it and started to have fun with those mistakes, it was kind of a wrap from there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I want to get some more of these flashcards in because I want you guys to know a little bit of Spanish. You know, people are learning for the new year, and
I brought up a couple of verbs out.
So we have
I have a list of 101 verbs.
We are not doing 101 verbs.
No, but I do send it out. So if anybody wants to receive those verbs, you can email me at ispeakmucho@gmail.com.
Okay, and we're definitely gonna have all his links to get all of his services that he provides for those who do want to speak other languages. Right. Because this is like your fifth language you speak?
Yeah.
What other languages do you speak?
I am studying 5 languages.
Thank you for writing that email down.
I speak Spanish.
Spanish.
I'm pretty good in French. I don't want to say I'm fluent in French, but you can drop me in that country and I'm okay. I speak some German. At one point I was fluent in German, let's say about 10 years ago, but if you don't use it every day, you definitely lose it. But I'm pretty decent in German. Right now, because of French, my Creole is getting better. You know,
okay, ça passe.
You know, me parler tout musique Creole haïtien.
I just know I can sign. I just know the food.
Yeah, you know, she's greedy.
That's I am. Yeah. I just know the food in I just know food in all languages.
Right. Well, because I went to Kenya last year, I started learning some Swahili. I started learning a little bit of Arabic, knowing I was going to Abu Dhabi and Dubai. You know, so I speak a few.
And so, which ones do you offer to teach?
I definitely teach Spanish, number one. If somebody wants help in French, I can give them that. And the other ones, I kind of help some people along, but I don't advertise for those things.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So back to our next verb.
Yes, the next verb is going to have to be cambiar. Cambiar.
Wait, hold on. Does that mean like ride? Does that mean like?
It actually just means to change.
To change, okay. That was completely wrong.
Where is her mind?
I don't know. I don't
really know.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know where I got that from.
Yeah, because the first thing that I do in any country is probably change over some money.
Yeah.
You know, necesito cambiar el dinero. That's one of the first
money.
Things. All right, we're gonna keep coming back to this word necesito because it's one of the most useful words.
Okay, heading to Mexico. What part of Mexico are you going to?
All right.
So when someone said this is right on time, so they're heading to Mexico in a couple of weeks.
That's perfect.
Shout out to traveling. I've never been to Mexico.
That's
Mexico
perfect,
City.
Before we get out of here, I have a couple of free resources that everybody's going to be able to get.
So that means to ride. So how do I break that down?
That definitely does not mean to ride. It means to change.
I don't know why I keep. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah. See, it's the trap house.
It's the Spanish, the wine and the spirits.
Yeah.
It
It's a little bit of ratchet here, but it could have been ride like the bus. So where's your mind at? Hey, Wepa, Wepa, Wepa.
That's another useful verb after that is comprar.
I didn't even learn the first one.
You didn't learn the first one.
I didn't learn that one.
Okay, let's
to
go.
change. Okay, so
to change.
Cambiar.
Cambiar. No,
Yar.
Cambiar. That's it. There you go.
All right. And that means to change. So how do I say like I want to change money?
Quiero cambiar.
Quiero cambiar.
Cambiar.
Cambiar. Cambiar.
Yeah. Cambiar el dinero.
I know dinero.
Like Robert.
I know dinero. I was
Mm-hmm.
just trying to remember the first half.
Quiero
Cambiar.
El dinero. Necesito cambiar el dinero.
Necesito cambiar el dinero.
Cambiar.
Now, when I'm writing that out, do I take away because I know in some of the languages.
IAR? What's that?
Yes, A.V just knows coquito.
All she knows is coquito.
All I know is coquito.
And like dame. She'd be like, dame más coquito.
Yeah,
dame.
I know coquito. I know hielo.
Right.
That's it.
The thing is,
I know that's it.
She knows all the words related to getting food.
I said that before. I know that. I know empanada. I know pasteles.
Arroz con pollo.
Habichuela. I roll my R's,
Pernil, por favor.
Everything else, that's it.
Que me lo mande por acá.
I love hielo.
Santo.
I say I know hielo, but that's it.
Bueno, todo el mundo.
I just know the culture, but I don't know the words.
Bueno, yo creo que todo el mundo conoce a hielo.
I don't know. You say that. I don't know what you say.
Everybody in the Bronx knows J-Lo.
Everybody, yeah, because she's great.
Dude,
did you see her? She's great. I love J-Lo.
Yeah. But let's get back into this.
I know bachata.
I don't know if everybody knows.
I know aventura.
Aventura? Wait, you speak aventura?
No, I don't speak aventura. That's the group. I know I know their song.
Oh.
And the bachata.
See, that's gonna be on the next one. We're gonna do some bachata lessons.
I didn't say Jello. I said J-Lo. Don't play. J-Lo. Okay. So I already know how to change my money.
You change your money. And then the next one is to speak. Hablar. Yes.
Like
no
habla inglés.
Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of everybody knows that one. Yeah. Yes. Necesito hablar.
Necesito hablar.
Yeah.
I need to speak.
Yeah,
why am I talking about I need to speak?
Well, sometimes you need to speak to somebody when you get to a place. I might arrive and know somebody already, especially with my travel tribe. You know.
Big up on ourselves.
You know, the travel tribe. And then once I get there, and then I have to speak to somebody, you know. Yo necesito hablar con A.V. For example.
So, necesito, because that's our original word, one of our original words. So, necesito hablar.
Hablar. No H sound.
Oh, yeah. Hablar. Con
whoever.
Okay. So, necesito hablar. Con Maria. But I don't know Maria. So, let me see. Who? Necesito hablar. Chizzy.
Hey, Chizzy, what's going on, girl?
Yes. Who is
Noel. They are having whole conversations on your show. Is this what happens?
I mean, yeah.
I think you need to tighten the reins right now.
No. They talk to each other and they talk to us. It's like we're like all like friends in a room.
Is it like one big family?
Please. And then guys, if you want to share these Spanish tips, tap the little guy in the corner. Well, your corner here.
What's that?
It's the little guy. You tap that and you share the links.
Listen, another thing that I can't stress enough is using post-it notes or sticky notes around your house.
Like on
on items in your house.
Oh, so you remember. That's a good tip.
Yeah. You know, one of the first things that I do in any language is learn the most important 5 items in every room I go to. You know, especially when I was moving to the DR, I figured if I couldn't say a whole sentence, I could definitely walk into the kitchen and say, you know, I'm hungry, tengo hambre, and then point to like, you know, the stove, a plate,
Yeah.
some forks, and some knives and things like that. So I'll
How do you say refrigerator?
Well, you can say nevera.
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 I said that all right, right?
Yeah, you did.
Nevera.
It was pretty good. Yeah. Sounds kind of like nevera.
Yeah, nevera.
So, you know, if I were you, I'd walk through your rooms and find out like what the five most important items are. So if you're in a bathroom, for example, that's going to be like the sink, a toilet, shower, a towel.
Baño.
You know,
that's the whole bathroom.
Yeah, you need to know the towel, la toalla, things of that nature.
How do you say that?
La toalla.
La toalla.
Toalla. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, and if you guys have any Spanish question, like, or how he got started, I mean, we spoke about how he got started. If you guys are new to the...
Necesito tu número. For that person who asked
that. That was fatal
right.
_ice.
Yeah, so number is número. And necesito tu número. You can be respectful. You can say necesito su número.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you use that for like people you talk to and use instead.
So I'm assuming the person who asked that it was along the lines of like hitting on someone.
G-macking.
Yeah, you know, trying to you know how you get close to somebody in Spanish.
Mm-hmm. It sounds a little bit like coqueteando in español. Coquetear means to flirt. Coquetear.
Okay, yeah. So how do you flirt a little bit in Spanish?
Well,
that is important.
You know, well, I mean, some of the first things you probably say, you know, I don't think you jump right away to saying, I need your number. You would introduce...
That's creep life.
Right, it's kind of creep life. You know, you'd introduce yourself. You know, you'd say, hola, you know, ¿cómo estás? You find out how they're doing. If they say they're fine, you say, well, you know, yo me llamo Shaun. ¿Cómo te llamas? The first thing you'd ask, what's your name?
What's your name?
¿Cómo te llamas?
So let's say they kind of got through that whole part. You know, somehow they figured their way, but now they're trying to like seal a deal and get their number. How do I say, you my girl? No, I don't think you can just say that to people in Spanish.
You my girl?
Yeah, I don't think you can just
don't
do that.
It's not going to have the same effect.
It's not. You can't just lay claims to people.
Especially since the word for girl is the same word for like fiance. So it's kind of strong.
Oh, it's like a...
novia.
Yeah, but it's not the same. And
then like... novia.
And then that's like...
Eres mía. La mía.
And it's the same for like boyfriend too, right? We just sort of, novio.
Yeah, novio.
I know that. Yeah, novio and novia. Yeah. That's...
Well, you're from the Bronx, you know.
Exactly.
Like 12%.
12% Puerto Rican.
I understand. Listen.
Big up to the Bronx, all my 12% Puerto Ricans.
Sure.
Okay. So we have another girl.
Claro que
so
sí.
We've gone through to change, to to need, to want, to change, to speak.
To speak.
All right.
The next one would be to buy, comprar.
To buy, comprar.
Comprar. Right.
I can't roll my R's.
Comprar? You can't roll your R's.
Yeah, I don't think I can. No.
Roll them. Yeah. Hay que practicar. Well, I couldn't always roll my R's like that, but you know, I definitely practiced in my first year.
Do you have tips for people who would like to learn how to roll their R's? Because I can't.
They have a few sentences that you can find online, some famous sentences that you can practice over and over. One of them for me was rápido andan el tren en el ferrocarril. Right, I'm not even going to explain that.
I was going to say, that was like a lot.
But I'll give you an easier one. If I'm teaching in my class, I usually say pero el perro, because a lot of people always have trouble between like the one R and the two R's. So I'll say the cat is mine, but the dog is yours, or something like that. You know, I say el gato es mío, pero el perro es tuyo. So that's probably a sentence you can practice. Pero el perro.
Pero el
perro.
Pero el perro.
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 Yeah, you're using a little bit of an. You know what it is? You're using a little tiny bit of an H before you do that roll.
So perro. Perro.
There you go.
But I can't.
But it was better. It was better. I heard something trilled.
Pedro.
Well, not Pedro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Pedro.
Yeah, you are.
Pedro.
Well, say that, but take the D out.
Pedro.
That's it.
Okay.
Perfecto.
And that's how, if I keep practicing that, I will learn how to roll my R's.
I definitely didn't get it in a day. It took me like 5 weeks of doing it like 20 to 30 times a day. looking kind of like a crazy man in the streets. But if you're serious about learning your language, you're definitely gonna have to look crazy sometimes.
Now, what are other tips you have to really like buckling down and learning a language?
One of my other tips is to integrate it into everything that you do. I mean, you know, before I knew that I was going to live abroad, I just immersed myself in my house. Like I said, you know, one of the things was the sticky notes and the post-its everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I also played music. As soon as I came into my house, you know, I turned the radio on.
Mm-hmm.
I turned my TVs on. So even if I wasn't learning actively, I was passively hearing the Spanish and getting used to the rhythm. You know, a lot of it is learning the rhythm of the language. In music, I can't stress music enough. You know, if you like to dance and if you like lyrics or particular styles of music, get into that. You know, find what's closest to your heart. If you like reggae, there's reggaeton. You know, if you like ballads, they got baladas. You got everything for you. Spanish rock, Spanish rap, in any language. And so, especially when you look up the lyrics, you'll learn certain expressions that you can't even find in a book. You know, the languages are built up of idiomatic expressions and things that just wouldn't make sense if you read them out any other way. So music is a number one way to get there, probably.
Yeah, I do think I agree with the music tip.
Yeah.
I try to learn other languages. It is because of music helps me kind of identify.
What's that? What's this?
Do you accidentally mix up your languages?
I do sometimes. Mostly because at one point I was trying to learn Portuguese.
Mm-hmm.
I put that to the back burner right now because it mixes up so much. It's one of those languages that's mutually intelligible with Spanish. I literally can sit next to Portuguese speakers and hear about 50% of what they're talking about. So once I started studying, it's like I would want to say one thing and I'd use the other. Italian is kind of like that too, but for the most part, you can separate them. Okay. Yeah.
Now, my question is, how long did you stay in the DR before you came back? Without novia. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And reina. Yeah. You came back with no reina,
sin reina.
Exactly.
Sin novia.
Sin novia, sin reina.
Sin reina, sin todo. Well, I initially went out there for 30 days. Once I understood the cost of living, I put more down on my rent. I think I was paying about $260 in my first apartment. And then it went down to $150 because I did some repairs. So I was like, let me just pay for like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I started teaching English on the side. Once I saw that it was a viable opportunity to actually make some money out there, I stayed for like 4 months, came back to the U.S., did some taxes, went back down. Over time, I stayed for 3 years. So pretty good amount of time. And
that's a real like hustle move though, to like go to a foreign country. Yeah. You don't know the language, and then you learn the language, and then you teach the language within the country. Like that is the essence.
Yeah, teaching Spanish is probably the best way that I was able to stay there, because teaching English, I wasn't charging the locals. I mean, they're earning pesos down there, and you got to understand their cost of living versus what you might be used to. But once my Spanish got good enough, and I found out there was an expat community that was only hanging out with itself. I mean, I'm in Margarita's bar. They're down the block at Eddie's bar, or Club Britannica or something like that, speaking English all day. I just walked in there and said, hey, I can teach you guys how to do what I'm doing right now and charge US dollars for it. So, anybody looking to go abroad and looking for an opportunity, and you might not know what company might hire you, teaching English is definitely something that you can consider. And once you get proficient in the next language, teaching that language there to that expat community is another thing.
See, that is the hustle, and that is what the Traphouse with A.V is all about.
Hey,
we love hustlers.
Team Cancer. Team Cancer over here, Crowd hustle.
I have a Trap Star trivia question for you. This is my favorite part of the show.
Okay.
Now, Shaun is a avid rap fan, and he also is a performing artist as well.
I am.
Woo, woo, woo. I struggled with this. So I was like, how far can I go with this Trap Star trivia question?
Okay.
So I was like, you know what, maybe if I just add like levels to a regular question, maybe it will stump him.
We'll see.
Right?
We'll see.
So I kind of know his style.
I'm pretty old school too.
Yeah, you're pretty old school too. But I was like, you know what? A little bit more like street with his rap. So we went in the opposite direction, all right? So
okay.
No, he's not gonna do a cipher right now, but
next time, no.
Next time, Traps, because he's a friend of the Trap House.
Yes.
So Trap Star trivia question. It's award season. You know, shout out to Taraji P. Henson. She just won a Golden Globe for her performance in Empire. Yes. Yeah, shout out to her for, Cookie Lion. But no. I mean, the question's not about her. Okay. But we're talking about award season.
Okay.
So that means the Oscars and the Grammys and all of those things are coming up. Right? Mm-hmm. In rap, who was the first person to win a Grammy in the hip hop rap category? Name of the artist.
Okay.
Because I had to put levels on it because he's like a hip hop historian.
Come on now. I
know. Name of the artist.
Right.
Name of the song. Year it happened.
Okay. That would be Will Smith.
Okay.
It's going to be Parents Just Don't Understand. And the year is 1988.
Ha! You got 2 out of 3 right.
What year was it?
89.
Come on.
Doesn't matter.
The single came out in 89.
I don't care. He won in 89.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
By winter of
Doesn't
88,
matter.
you were rocking.
That is not what happened. Right. Yes, I was working so hard.
I remember in late 88 rocking to that song.
Well, that means it don't matter when he was rocking to it. It mattered when he won.
I guess I failed, y'all.
But he's kind of a... Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have done... I had to really think about this question, and I had to put levels on it, because I know how...
Oh, man. See, I was rapping in 87, man. We were happy when a rapper won a Grammy. That was like a joke before that. That was like seeing Obama win the presidency, but back then...
Yeah, it was great. And didn't they boycott it?
They tried to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they boycotted it, but they tried to make... It was like an uproar that hip-hop was even...
No, but wasn't there I don't know if it was that year or the year after, but it was like... Because it wasn't televised. So didn't they not go? Didn't Will not go?
See, you got me there. I'm not certain right now.
I feel like... I don't think... Because I've seen pictures of...
You have to reach into Google and check that out.
I was 6. Yeah, in 89, I was... 4.
Well, let's see. I'm born in 80, so I was in 89. I was 9.
Yeah.
Old enough to know.
So, who knew Will Smith would stump folks in the Trap House? Mm-hmm. I don't give him enough credit.
All right.
Now, where can our people, because we're wrapping up the show, where can our people find you? Where can our Trap Stars find you to get lessons from I Speak Mucho?
Okay, well, they can definitely email me at my Gmail account. It's I Speak Mucho, exactly how it sounds. ISPEAKMUCHO @gmail. My YouTube channel is Tan Heavy. I'll spell it out. It sounds like Tan, Tan, Heavy, HEAVY.
Okay.
That's a little bit of Dominican slang too, just to let you know. It means so cool. Tan meaning so, heavy meaning cool. Tan heavy. So look me up on my YouTube channel. What's that?
Yes, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can also hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. The same thing. I Speak Mucho. That's my brand. And I got you guys.
All right. And your spirits, wine, Spanish for Shaun. Did I say that right?
I think somebody had a little bit of too much wine and spirits.
No, I didn't. Sometimes I stutter. Are you gonna judge me?
Spanish wine and spirits with Shaun. Especially when it gets hot, I like to move it out into the park. So it's warm. We get a nice bottle of wine, and can't say much more than that here. But hit me up on my email, and I shall get back to you. In the subject line, make sure you put Spanish, and I'll get back to you right away.
Okay, that's
probably
awesome.
Within 24 hours.
So definitely take a look. Especially look out for that in the springtime, because there'll be Spanish lessons outside with Shaun and Spirit.
That's right.
Hopefully you don't get arrested because you're not supposed to drink outside in New York, but whatever.
It's grape juice.
It's grape juice.
Jugo.
It's grape juice. All right. And I need my 5 words again.
Sí.
There's
necesito.
Quiero.
Cambiar. Comprar.
That's to buy.
Yeah, that is to buy. Yeah. And to drink something. Beber. Yeah. Claro.
All right. So that's all I need. I want.
To drink.
To drink.
To buy.
To buy.
To change.
And to change
that
my money. So I'll be ready for Guatemala, I think.
Bueno. Hasta la próxima vez,
Wepa.
entonces.
Guys, this is the end of the show.
Uh-huh.
This is the end of the show.
Ciao.
I got my music playing in the background. And if you would like to be a guest on the Traphouse with A.V, go to the link in my Periscope bio and you can fill out a questionnaire. If you would like to leave a Trap Star trivia question, you can also click the link in my bio. And if you would like to submit DIY suggestions, things that you want to learn, whether it's Spanish, last week we had vegan hair mask, anything you want, just go to the link in the bio. And until next time, see you later.
Wepa!
Wepa!